When the president made his major address a few weeks ago on healthcare, it was carried by the networks, that is ABC, CBS, and NBC. Now, in the case of, let's say, NBC, they have the NBC network, and they have MSNBC, which is, which is a separate news thing. Fox Network did not carry the speech. Instead, they carried So You Think You Can Dance.
Right.
They did carry it on Fox News, which is separate, okay? So what Obama's people were saying, although they never said it outright, was they didn't think enough of it to carry it on the network, so why should we favor them? The other point of view is what you were suggesting, which is make friends. Instead of saying, you know, I'm not going to deal with you because you didn't deal with me, do it anyway and make friends.
But it seems like she's always been... I'm sorry, it's just... Yes.
Oh, you're all so polite today. I'm uncomfortable.
Don't worry, we're going to get ugly in a minute.
Good.
I do think, though, that, you know, the network that carries Homer Simpson, you know, is different from NBC, because of CNBC, people don't think of it as the NBC News part of it. People sort of find CNBC and all of those other ones. But Fox News seems to be its own entity.
It is.
And that's why I think it is a very different thing than the network's doing. Because, you know, when CBS and everybody else...
You should have done it and said, listen, you know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they've been, you know, friendly enough or anything, but I do understand the distinction between doing it on the networks, ABC, NBC, because they're thought of as networks that also have news. Fox is thought of as the Fox News channel, and then there's Fox So You Think You Can Dance, The Simpsons, and everything else.
I saw a clip this morning of a producer from Fox.
Yeah.
From the Glenn Beck show, jazzing up those Tea Party people in Washington to, you know, and she was basically aggravating a situation. So I don't really see why the Obama administration needs to give Fox a bone. Why should he?
And I think that you know, when you give an address that he did, and a network says, we're going to put on So You Think You Can Dance, because we don't think what you have to say is important enough to show our viewers, then why are you going to go on there and try to refute this? Because if you didn't think what he said was important enough now, then how do you know? How does he know they're not going to take snippets and make it look nice?
The thing I'm still not clear of is, did they ran the address that he made on Fox News?
I don't know whether they ran it in its entirety.
Which is equivalent to CNN or MSNBC.
Right. So basically, when you're clicking,
NBC or ABC.
you see Obama, and then you get to Fox.
And so you think he's right, but not Fox News, because if you went to Fox,
I'm saying if you're looking at the network.
So it's very convoluted.
Well, because the ratings play into this, because Fox Network has a higher rating than Fox News, just like NBC has a higher rating than MSNBC.
It's the president of the United States.
But, you know,
it's the president. Show the president.
It's also the question of, if there is a news department or a network like Fox or like Glenn Beck and some who are constantly or pretty constantly bashing you, do you then turn the other cheek and say, I will do it and try to mediate?
There is a case to be made for that.
Or do you say, you know what, you didn't want me, what you were saying, I'm not going to do it?
There is a case to be made to go on Chris Wallace's show, however, having said what I said, because Chris Wallace is I think he's fair.
He's on the network.
So what they were doing in the Obama administration is punishing the entire network and then punishing Chris Wallace, who didn't deserve it. So it's a tricky situation. And also, he would go into the den of the lions,
which may be a good thing.
It might have been good for him.